All right, all right. Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome to another Talking and Grubbing live stream. And I'm here live streaming for the 2019 World Series. You know, I will be live streaming every game until a 2019 World Series champion is crowned. You know, I'm excited for this matchup. It's between the Houston Astros and Washington Nationals. The Astros, they're trying to go for their second World Series title in 3 years, while the Nationals are trying to win their first. It's going to be a very exciting matchup. You got two great starting rotations, some power in both lineups, as well as great bullpens. You know, you got Verlander, Cole, Strasburg, Scherzer, Sanchez, Greinke. Then the lineups, you got Altuve, you got Brantley, who came on, who really had a pretty good ALCS against the Yankees. You got Gurriel, you got Springer, who was the World Series MVP, a couple seasons ago. So he could get hot at any minute. Also, you got Kendrick, you got Sudo, excuse me. You got a lot of great hitters in that lineup. Kendrick, who was the NLCS MVP, who's had a great playoff so far. Bullpens, you got Osuna for the Astros. You got Hudson for the Nationals. This is just going to be a great World Series. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to do my World Series preview video because I got busy doing other videos as well. So come on, join me in the chat. Tell me what y'all think about this World Series. Who do y'all think will win? Who do y'all think will win and how many games it'll take? Do you think the Astros will get their second in 3 years or the Nationals are going to get their first? That would be a pretty good if the Nationals won the World Series because, as y'all, if you're a astute baseball fan, they moved from Montreal to Washington, several years ago. So that would be exciting for, the national fans as well as, people who were Expos fans. But this is just going to be a great World Series. These are the two best teams in the American League and National League, respectively. I'm going to break down my advantages right here. Starting pitching, I say is even because both rotations are deadly and filthy. They can strike out even the best hitters. Far as lineups 1 through 9, I give a slight advantage to the Astros because they have more depth. But Nationals aren't slouches either. They can hit the ball as well. They can hit singles, doubles, home runs, and bullpens. I got to say, even again. Tonight, Jared Cole is going to be on the mound for game 1 for the Astros. I think he's one of the most underrated pitchers in Major League Baseball. I don't think he gets his just due because he's being outshined by Justin Verlander. Asdrubal Cabrera, former Indian. So like I said, it's going to be a great World Series. I'm having a tough time picking, who's going to win this series because I think this is definitely going to be a battle. I'll be surprised if this ends in 5 games or less. I'd be very surprised. But, I got to go with the Astros in 7. I think the Astros are going to pull it out in 7. Hard fought 7 because I think just about every game in this series is going to be close. And they are going crazy in Minute Maid Park right now in Houston. I like that park. I always like how that park looks. I want to visit there sometime. So any Astro fans that join this live stream or you watch the playback, y'all tell me how Minute Maid Park is, man. Because you never know. I might come down there next summer for a game. Yep, Jared Cole is on the mound. Man, that dude is filthy. But this game one, I'm about to grub on this Whopper. Well, this original Whopper. Even though the Impossible Whopper is good though. Y'all haven't tried it, you gotta try it. All right, the Nationals got a base hit already. They got a stolen base. And nothing. Oh no, the Nationals got a stolen base. Excuse me. So in a few weeks, y'all can all go to Taco Bell for that steal a base, steal a taco promotion. Also, excuse me. Another thing to look in this game one tonight is rest versus tired. The Nationals, they've had about a good 6 days off, while the Astros have only had 2 days off after going 6 games with the Yankees and playing games 4, 5, and 6 3 days in a row. They were playing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Wow. Cole gets a big strike out there on Anthony Rendon. Okay, now Juan Soto's at the plate. And he fouls it back for strike one. All right, I see people joining the live stream. So come on, let me know. What do y'all think about this series and this game tonight? Who do you think will win the series? Okay, down the count 0-2. Can Cole come out as any unscathed? We're about to find out. TC, what's up, man? Thanks for joining me. How you doing? Wow, Cole struck him out. Man, Cole gets around a base hit and a stolen base, and Astros cannot capitalize. Now the Astros about to come to bat. Well, thanks for checking me out. Man, that Garrett Cole is a beast. Excuse me. That man's strikeouts are filthy. But to me, the Nationals kind of got a little too aggressive. You know, they should have found a way to put the ball in play to get a base hit. Instead, it looks like they were trying to go for the home run. That's just my opinion. Just watch this down. Yep. Also, if this is your first time coming here to Talking and Grubbing, coming here on this live stream, don't make it your last. Subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss any new videos or upcoming live streams from me. Like I said, I'm going to be live streaming throughout the World Series until a champion is crowned. And also, a couple of weeks from Sunday, I'm going to start a new series of live streams called Dinner and Sunday Night Football, meaning that I will be live streaming during every Sunday night football game on NBC. From November 3rd all the way to the end of to the last game of the regular season. So definitely come check me out on that. You know, we could all sit and chat about the game as it unfolds, or chat about what, everything that happened after the game. But definitely come check out those live streams. Excuse me. So for those of you come and join me here in this live stream, I want to hear your thoughts on this World Series, the game, and I just want to know how y'all doing. And also, like the live stream. Get some more of this brisk. Commercial is so dang long.
In a 4-game sweep during the NLCS, and no extra base hits allowed in the last 13 innings.
Okay, Steven Strasburg is on the mound for the Nationals. George Springer's on the mound. Well, at the plate, excuse me. And he's staring at a full count. Will he strike out or draw a walk? And draws a walk. Excuse me, that's Max Scherzer who's pitching. My mistake. Max Scherzer is pitching in this game. So Springer draws a walk. Now Jose Altuve is coming up to the plate, and man, he's been balling in these playoffs. You know, he was the ALCS MVP. He hit the walk-off home run to send the Astros here to the World Series. So can Jose Altuve hit another homer to get the Astros the lead to start off this World Series, this 2019 World Series? And he hits a single, and Springer advances to second. Jose Altuve with a long single. Yeah, Scherzer threw that a little up too high. Anything up high, Altuve will hit it 9 times out of 10. If you pitch it to Altuve, you gotta pitch it. You gotta pitch it to him a little bit low, a little low. Okay, I'm about to grub on a few of these Oreo thins. These golden Oreo thins, excuse me. Y'all haven't tried these. Y'all know what y'all missing. Okay, you got runners at first and second. You got Michael Bradley. Swings and misses. Okay, Scherzer with the pitch. Strike 2. Okay, umpire calls time.
Go to third, and Springer decides to take a base. Because of the shift, Rendon, there's a lot of pressure on him. You can see how far away he is from the bag. And Turner's going to do his best to pull Springer with speed on the bases right now. If at some point they decide to shoot.
Wow. Bradley strikes out. One out. Okay, Alex Bergman is at the plate. And Scherzer throws over to first base with Altuve just to let everybody knows that to just send a message to them, hey, we ain't forgot about you. You're not gonna steal. You're not gonna steal on us. Now runners at the corners, first and third, with one out. Can Bregman take advantage? Either get a sac fly, or get a base hit, or a home run. Wow, Scherzer strikes out Bregman, and Jose Altuve steals third, and George Springer went to third on a wild pitch. So can Yuri Gurriel bring him home? Man, that was a hard slider. That was nothing nice. Strike one on Gurriel. There's Dave Martinez, the Nationals manager. Definitely gotta give props to him for for the job he's done by just getting his team here to the World Series. Another strike to Gurriel. 0-2. So can Scherzer hold it here scoreless, or will Gurriel bust it open? Because if they get a lead, especially with Cole on the mound, it's going to be very tough for Washington. Here's the pitch. Through a wide left. That's a ball and 2 strikes. Wow, so far in the playoffs, opponents are 0-17 with runners in scoring position. Okay, Scherzer with the pitch. Wow, off the wall. So Springer and Altuve will come home, and the Astros take a 2-0 lead. Gurriel with a 2-out double off of Max Scherzer. Now all Scherzer can do is just keep this a 2-score game. That pitch was up. That pitch was up too high. That's where the Astros hitters have gotten Scherzer on the high pitches. That's where they messed him up on the high pitches. And if it was any further, and if they would have had a little bit more spin on it, then that would have been a home run. So now the only thing Scherzer can do is just try to keep it a two-score game, and hope the offense can come back in the second inning, well, the top of the second inning. Hey, now it's Carlos Correa at bat or at the plate. Okay, upstairs, ball one. Carlos Correa is now trying to add on to the lead. Okay, and Carlos Correa strikes out on the foul tip, so it's 2-0 Houston after one. I'm back. All right. What I saw so far in this game, you know, you had some good starting pitching by both pitchers. Scherzer, he made the best of it by getting out of trouble, but he has to stay away from throwing high pitches because cats like Springer, Altuve, and Gurriel, they love the high pitches. They love hitting on the high pitches. So he has to definitely stay away from that in this game. Now the Nationals have come to bat. Howie Kendrick, Cole hits him with a strike. This is the top of the second inning. Cole throws another pitch. Is called a ball. And Howie Kendrick grounds out to Carlos Correa for out number one to start the second inning. Okay, now I'm about to grub on something that's been featured here on Talking and Grubbing a couple of times. This is Pierre's signature honey roasted peanut sundae. Now Asdrubal Cabrera's up at the plate. This is good. Okay. Foul tip, strike one. Ball, swing and a miss. So as a ball and two strikes already on Asdrubal Cabrera. I'm following this on my computer. Okay. Cabrera hits another foul ball. Okay, Cabrera pops out to Carlos Correa, and that's two quick outs for Jerry Cole. Excuse me. So coming up next is Anthony Rendon, who struck out his first time up. No, excuse me, Ryan Zimmerman, my mistake. Wow, another filthy strikeout by Cole. Filthy strike thrown by Cole. Excuse me. And Cole's pitches are filthy. Okay, Cabrera fouls it back. Still 1-2. Yeah, man, that man is dangerous with the fastball. Wow, he pops up to Carlos Correa. So now it's 2 out. Wow. Ryan Zimmerman comes to the plate. And I didn't know he was the first draft pick by the Nationals. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So now can you get the Astros on the board? Excuse me. K upstairs. Cole throws upstairs to Zimmerman for ball 1.
413-foot home run. What a shot of work, brought to you by YouTube TV. History.
Wow. Zimmerman hits a home run, and now it's 2-1 Astros. And Kurt Suzuki grounds out to end the inning. So Ryan Zimmerman gets the Nationals on the board with a solo home run, and now it's just 2-1 Astros. Man, he hit a bomb. The Astros will be coming to bat again. In the bottom of the second. It's going to be the bottom half of their lineup. All right. I see y'all here on the live. Excuse me. Here on live stream. Tell me, what do y'all think about this game so far? Oh, Suzuki got tagged. That's what happened. He got tagged out. That was a heck of a play by Altuve. Suzuki tried to dodge the tag, but couldn't. All right. Yordan Alvarez is up at the plate in the bottom of the second. Kay Scherzer throws a ball. Kay throws another ball. Then he throws an 80-mile curveball for a strike. And he throws another ball, so it's 3-1. Wow. Kay Scherzer throws a strike, and now it's a full count, 3-2. And Alvarez draws the walk. So that's the second time in this game that Scherzer has walked the lead hitter. And now Maldonado is coming up to the plate. That's another thing that's really messed up Scherzer so far. Giving up a couple of walks. That's definitely not good for a lineup like this. Okay, excuse me, Maldonado, was called for a strike on a slider. Swings and misses for another strike. 0-2. Okay, ball in the dirt, a ball and 2 strikes. And Maldonado flies out to the right fielder, Adam Eden, for out number 1. Okay, Josh Redding's at the plate as he tries to add on to this Astro lead. And Matt Scherzer has thrown 2 balls and no strikes. To Josh Reddick. Okay, foul ball for strike 1. The Astros are trying to add on to their 1-run lead. Okay, another ball for 3-1. Okay, they threw the first base trying to pick excuse me, for a pickoff attempt. Try to pick off Alvarez at first base, but to no avail. As Reddick fouls it off for a full count at 3-2. And Reddick pops out to the shortstop, Turner, for out number 2. As Scherzer tries to work around the walk that he gave up to start the bottom of the second. And now he's facing the top of the Astros lineup once again, starting with George Springer, who got the game going with a base hit and scored one of the first 2 runs of the game. Okay, Springer swings and misses for strike 1. Okay, he's already down the whole 0-2 on a fastball, on a seam fastball, excuse me. Scherzer has Springer down the count 0-2. And Deli has to keep it that way if he wants to get out this inning. Okay, now he threw a ball. Now the count is 1-2. You definitely don't want a hitter like Springer to work his way back into the count. If you have him down as a pitcher, you want to keep him down. Definitely want to keep him down. See, Scherzer throws another ball. Now it's even at 2-2. Got to throw a strike here, or at least get him to pop out a ground out. Because if you don't, you got Jose Altuve and Yuri Gurriel waiting on deck. Okay, Scherzer gets Springer to strike out to end the inning, and it stays 2-1 Astros as we head to the third. Now the Nationals are coming to bat. They're bringing in their bottom 3 hitters to start off the third inning. Can they find a way to get to Garrett Cole to tie the game or take the lead? We're about to find out. Now, Scherzer, he's been working his way in and out of trouble so far in this game. Yeah, he's given up a couple of walks, but he's definitely found some ways to get out of trouble to keep this a 1-score game, to make sure that Astros lineup does not do any further damage. Now it's going to be up to the Nationals hitters to, get to Garrett Cole, find ways to get on base. Don't be so aggressive. If you're the Nationals hitters, they shouldn't be so aggressive. They should take what Cole gives them. You know, don't be so aggressive trying to go for the big play. Go for the double or triple or even the home run play. Just find a way to just get a single. You know, so you can get on base. Find ways to manufacture runs. Because Cole is too good of a pit. Is too good of a pitcher to just try to trick. He's too good. Definitely too good. So for those who are joining me here on the live stream, let me know, what do you think about this game? Do you like what you're seeing from both teams? How do you think Cole is pitching? How do you think Scherzer is pitching? I think Scherzer's been solid so far, but Garrett Cole has just these first two innings, he's been a beast. Okay. Victor Robies is hitting for the Nationals. Garrett Cole throws a pitch. It's called ball one. This is the start of the third inning. This is the top of the third inning. A Robies pops out to the first baseman, Yuri Gurriel, for out number one. Now Trey Turner is on deck. Okay, Cole throws a pitch, a fastball that's called ball one. Even if just find a if you're the Nationals, you got to find a way to get on base to put some pressure on Garrett Cole. Definitely got to put some pressure on Cole. Because as the old saying goes, pressure versus the pipe. And Trey grounds out softly to Alex Bregman for two quick outs. Okay, so now it's up to Adam Eaton to keep the inning going. And Garrett Cole throws a strike. A 95 seam fastball for strike one. Man, that is nasty. Eden fouls it back for strike two. Eden's down the count 0-2. Cole throws the pitch. It's called ball one. So the count is 1-2. Eden hits a foul ball and the count stays at 1-2. Okay, Adam Eaton gets a base hit to keep the inning going. So now Anthony Rendon is at the plate. He struck out his first time up. Let's see if he can redeem himself. Like I said, the Nationals have to find creative ways to get on base because Cole is too good of a pitcher. His main objective that he wants to shut you down. Okay, on the first pitch, Rendon gets caught swinging for a strike, and Garrett Cole throws a knuckle curve for strike two. They do a pickoff attempt at first base on Eaton, but to no avail. But Rendon's down the count 0-2. Man, Cole has just thrown two nasty pitches has been throwing some nasty pitches at Rendon so far in this game. Okay, Cole throws a ball and is 1-2. Rendon definitely has to find a way to adjust so he can get a hit, so he can get a hit, or he should just be patient, just maybe to see if Cole will draw a walk. Okay, Cole throws another pitch and the count is even at 2-2. That's what I say. And another pickoff attempt at first base. If you're the Nationals, stay patient. Don't get too aggressive and don't get too antsy. Okay, Rendon hits a foul ball. The count stays at 2-2. Okay. Rendon hits another foul ball to stay alive at 2-2. Anthony Rendon flies out to George Springer to end the inning. Well, the Nationals get a hit, but they can't take advantage, and it stays at 2-1. The Astros leading, heading to the bottom of the third, and they're coming back with the top of their lineup in Jose Altuve, Michael Brantley, and Alex Bregman to start off the bottom of the third. Rendon, to me, Rendon was got a little aggressive at the end on the last few pitches. He made a good comeback after being down 0-2 and just being patient, but he ended up getting antsy in the last couple of at bats. So now it's up to Scherzer to really shut down the Astros' best hitters to keep this a one-score game, or the Astros can definitely do damage, and that's what they're going to be looking to do. Definitely going to be looking to do some damage to get the home crowd going, and hopefully to try to put this game on ice real early and have the Nationals go to their bullpen quicker than they want to. So let's see let's see what the Astros do offensively at this next at these next at bats. All right. The Astros have come to bat in the bottom of the third inning. Jose Altuve is up. Okay, the count. Jose Altuve is tied in is in the count even at 2-2. Scherzer has thrown a strike, two balls, and another strike. He's thrown two balls and a strike. And Altuve fouled one off. Excuse me. So he definitely has to make sure Altuve does not get on base again. Okay, Altuve flies out to Adam Eaton for the first out. Now here comes Michael Brantley, who struck out his first time up. Can he come back and redeem himself? Or will Scherzer find a way to get him again? You know, he definitely knows Michael Brantley's tendencies from when they played in Detroit and Cleveland. They used to go at it all the time as rivals in the Central Division. Okay, Brantley fouls a ball off for strike one. Swings and misses for strike two. Okay, fouls it back to keep the count at 0-2. Okay. Now it's a ball and two strikes. Okay, Michael Brantley gets a base hit with one out. His first hit of the game. Now Alex Bregman is on deck. He flew out his first time up. Scherzer throws a strike. And Bregman's down in the count 0-1. Okay. They do a pickoff attempt at first base because Michael Brantley is definitely a threat with his speed. He's stolen a lot of bases in his career. So they definitely want to keep their eye on him as well. And Bregman at the plate. Kay Scherzer throws another pitch at Bregman that's called a strike, and he's down in the count 0-2. Okay, so Scherzer throws a strikeout to Alex Bregman, and there are two outs in the inning. Yuri Gurriel is at the plate. Ball in the dirt for ball one. Yuri Gurriel is responsible for the Astros' 2 runs. He hit a double that got Springer and Altuve home in the first inning. He's trying to see if he can add on to the lead. Scherzer throws another ball, so now Gurriel's up in the count 2-0. 1 on and 2 out. Here in the bottom of the third. 2-1 Houston. K. Gurriel fouls it back, no play. And the count stays 2-0. Okay, Yuri Gurriel singles on a fly ball. Oh man, so Brantley and Gurriel are at second and third due to an error by the shortstop Trey Turner. Wow, unbelievable! The inning should have been over, but but Turner makes an error to keep the inning going. So now Brantley's at third, Gurriel's at second with two out. So now Carlos Correa comes to bat. Wow. Man, the Nationals should have been out of this. So the Nationals should have been out of this inning. But now Scherzer has to put in more work to make sure that Brantley does not come home from 90 feet. Okay, Scherzer throws a strike to Correa for strike one. Man, that's messed up. Max Scherzer definitely deserved better. Because he and the Nationals should have been out of this inning. Hey, Correa fouls it back, and now he's down the count 0-2. Bottom of the third, 2 on, 2 out. Astros lead 2-1. Can Max Scherzer get out of trouble, or will the Astros add on? Ball in the dirt for 1-2. And Max Scherzer was pretty, got two big, got a pop out, and a strikeout, and came to ending the inning, but Trey Turner made an error that advanced Gurriel to second and Brantley to third. Ball in the dirt again, and the count is even at 2-2. All right. Scherzer strikes out Carlos Correa to end the third. We're going to the fourth with the Astros leading 2-1. Scherzer did a hell of a job working his way out of trouble after his shortstop Turner, made the error that put two on with two out. The inning should have been over sooner rather than later, but Scherzer, being the veteran that he is, finds a way to get out of trouble and strikes out Correa. So now the top of the Nationals lineup is coming up to start the fourth inning in Juan Soto, Howie Kendrick, and Asdrubal Cabrera. So let's see if the Nationals can find a way to solve this cold riddle and get on base and get some runs. Excuse me. Yep, so far the Nationals hitters definitely not figured Cole out because he's just so doggone good. Matter of fact, he's too good. Let me know what y'all think about this game so far. Can Jared Cole continue this performance that he's put up so far in this game, or will the Nationals hitters finally figure him out? As Juan Soto is at the plate, starting the top of this fourth inning. Okay, Cole throws a ball for ball one. Wow, Juan Soto throws a home run, and this game is tied at two apiece. Wow. And I know that crowd in Houston is stunned. Juan Soto on a 1-0 pitch hits a home run deep to left center field. And this game, and this World Series is tied at at two. So now Howie Kendrick comes to the plate. Cole throws a pitch. That's ball is ball one, and it's ball one. Wow. Juan Soto, the 20-year-old, steps up to the plate and hits a big home run in the World Series. So now we got a whole new ball game. Without hesitation, Soto hits a home run. Okay, there's a visit to the mound for Jared Cole. Okay, Howie Kendrick swung and missed. Cole threw another ball, and Kendrick fouled the ball back. So he's down. So he's tied in the count 2-2. So now it's up to Cole to keep this a tie game, or the Nationals might find a way to get some more runs on the board for the lead. Howie Kendrick flies out to Josh Reddick for out number one. So here comes Asdrubal Cabrera to the plate. He struck out. Well, excuse me. No, he flew out on his first time up. Okay. Cole throws him a strike for strike one. Cabrera fouls it back for strike two. He's down in the count 0-2. Cabrera strikes out swinging, and now there's one out, and now there are two outs in the inning. Now Ryan Zimmerman is at the plate. He hit the first home run earlier in the second inning to put the Nationals on the board. Now he's trying to hit another home run again to give the Nationals the lead. Okay, Cole throws a strike for strike one. Got him at the knees. Okay, Cole throws a little bit wide to the left for ball one. Okay, Cole goes for the up and in and gets a strike call. So now Zimmerman's down the count 1-2. As Cole is trying to keep this a tie game after he gave up the game tying home run to Juan Soto. Okay, and Ryan Zimmerman strikes out swinging to end the inning. Excuse me. But the Nationals come back to tie it on a Juan Soto home run, and we got a brand new ball game heading to the bottom of the fourth with the score tied at 2 apiece. And the middle of the Astros lineup is coming to bat, and Alvarez, Maldonado, and Reddick. So let's see if any one of them can get the lead back for the Astros. But the Nationals, they've done a pretty good job of fighting and clawing back into this game after being down 2-0. They got some opportunity, they had a few opportunities, earlier on, but they just didn't cash in. But like I said, be patient and take what Cole gives you. And, so far Zimmerman and Soto have done that. They've taken what Cole has given them and they've turned it into 2 home runs. Now there's a brand new ball game and Minute Maid Park is stunned. I know they're stunned. So let's see how the Astros respond. And also, it was a good job by Garrett Cole to neutralize the rally. As you know, it seemed the Nationals were starting to take momentum of this game. To give it, he did a good job of, not being down after giving up the home run. He kept his poise. He got two big out. He got three big outs to keep it tied at two and give it back to the offense. And now Yordan Alvarez is at the plate, the number 7 hitter for the Astros, starting off the bottom of this fourth inning as this game is tied at 2 apiece. So let's see if Max Scherzer can keep it a tie game so he can give it back to his offense. With a tie game like this is what I call defensive baseball. Both pitchers are trying to stop the other team from scoring to grabbing that lead and seizing momentum. Okay. Scherzer throws a ball, but then Alvarez fouls it back, so he's tied up in the count 1-1. Okay, Alvarez hits a ball, but no play, but hits a ball, but no, the catcher can't make a play on it, so the count stays at 1-1. Okay, Alvarez gets a base hit to start off the bottom of the fourth inning. Okay, now Martin Maldonado is at the plate. Okay, he bunt tries to bunt Alvarez over, but fouls it for strike one. Yeah, I can definitely see Maldonado bunting here in this situation, trying to get Alvarez to second. So the Astros, infield definitely has to be aware of the bunt. To either make a play at second or make a play at first. This has definitely been a very interesting game so far. But like I said, you got two great teams going at it. Great pitching, real good lineups. So this is definitely what a World Series is all about. The two best teams going at it for the crown. Okay, Maldonado hits another foul bunt and is 0-2 now. Scherzer throws now there's a ball in the dirt and the count is 1-2. Okay, Scherzer throws another ball now. Monado, Mon, Mon, Maldonado, excuse me, is even in the count 2-2. Okay, another ball in the dirt. So now Maldonado is hit ahead in the count 3-2 after being down 0-2. Okay, Maldonado flies out to Trey Turner for out number one. And now here comes the number 9 hitter, Josh Reddick, to the plate. He popped up his first time out, and he fouls the ball back for strike one. Scherzer definitely wants to keep the ball in play so his infield can get a double play to get out of the inning because, he doesn't want surrender a base hit or a walk to Reddick because then that turns it over to the top of the lineup and, folks like Jose Altuve, George Springer, Michael Brantley, Yuri Gurriel, Carlos Correa. So Scherzer definitely wants to get a double play here to get out of this inning. So he doesn't have to face that, top part of that Astros deadly lineup. Okay, so Reddick's down in the count 0-1. Okay, there's an on-field delay. So they're trying to get that get everything situated on the field. Okay. Scherzer throws 2 straight balls. So now Reddick is in the count 2-1. That's definitely something that you do not want to do. If you're Scherzer, you do not want to throw 2 straight balls to Reddick because you're turning it back over to that top part of the Astros offense. So definitely got to come back with some strikes so you don't have to. Well, if he does get a strikeout here, it'll be 2 outs. But the first person you be facing is Springer. Okay, Reddick flies out to Juan Soto, and there are 2 out. But now George Springer is at the plate, and he got the game started with a base hit, and then scored one of the 2 runs of the game. So he's definitely trying to give the lead back to the Astros here in the bottom of the 4th. Okay, Scherzer throws a pitch for ball 1. He throws another pitch for ball 2. So Springer's up in the count 2-0. Okay. Scherzer throws the pitch at the knees, and Springer is called for a strike. So the count is 2-1. And there was a pickoff attempt at first base because Alvarez was looking to steal second. Well, excuse me, was threatening to steal second. Scherzer's trying to keep this a 2-2 game. While Springer, on the other hand, has plans to give the lead back. Scherzer throws another pitch and it's called ball. So Springer's up in the count 3-1. Definitely don't want to walk Springer here, with Jose Altuve coming to the plate. Okay, Springer swings and misses for strike 2. So it's a full count 3-2. Bottom of the fourth inning with the score tied 2-2. And Scherzer wants to keep it that way. Wow, Scherzer walks Springer. So now there are 2 on with 2 out, and Jose Altuve is coming to the plate. And my mistake, Springer drew a walk to start the game. He didn't get a hit. He drew a walk in the first inning. But Jose Altuve got a base hit and scored, the second run of the game along with Springer. So now there are 2 on with 2 out. Scherzer throws a pitch in the corner for strike 1. No, excuse me, at the belt for strike 1. Okay, Scherzer throws a pitch to Altuve and it's a ball. So now the count is even at 1-1. Okay, Altuve swings and misses for a strike, so he's down in the count 1-2. Ball in the dirt, and the count is even at 2-2. Okay, Altuve. Excuse me. Okay, the count is even at 2-2. The game is tied at 2-2. 2 on, 2 out. Okay. Scherzer throws a pitch and it's ball 3. Altuve is up at the count 3-2. If he draws a walk here, the bases will be loaded with 2 out. And Scherzer is going to be in some deep trouble. So this next pitch is very huge. Altuve fouls it back. This is a big inning here. This is a big inning here for Scherzer. If he can keep this a tie game. Okay, Jose Altuve grounds out to Ryan Zimmerman, and Scherzer gets out of deep, deep trouble as the game stays tied at 2 apiece, heading into the 5th inning. And the middle of the lineup is coming up for the Nationals and Jason Suzuki, Victor Robbins, well, no, the bottom half, excuse me, and Trey Turner. You know, Scherzer has been pretty good so far in this game, getting out of some jams. Because he definitely just got out of a big one after giving up 2 walks to Alvarez and Springer. But he definitely found a way to get Jose Altuve to ground out, which is not an easy task. But he did a pretty good job of getting out of trouble. Now it's up to the Nationals offense to take advantage. You know, that's going to be another key factor in this series. Which of the bottom 3 guys in either lineup can, get some hits, even score some runs. In my opinion, I think whichever, bottom half of the lineup steps up here will win this series. I think the reason why either team will win it is going to be because of, the bottom 3 guys in the lineup. The top guys are already established, but it's going to be that bottom 3 that's going to really determine who's going to be your champion for 2019. It's just like basketball. Yeah, the starters are definitely going to do their thing, but who's going to come off the bench and step up for the starters when they're out the game getting their rest, or, say if those starters get in foul trouble. So that's how I always looked at the bottom part of the lineup in baseball, like a bench in basketball. Because that's all those guys really are basically your bench guys. So whichever, bottom half of the lineup steps up here will win this year's World Series. That's just my opinion. All right, Garrett Cole is pitching again, and Kurt Suzuki is at the plate. As we start the fifth inning, he throws a pitch for ball one. He throws another ball, so Suzuki's in the count, ahead in the count 2-0. The game is tied at 2, top of the fifth inning. And Garrett Cole is still on the mound. Right, Cole throws a pitch to Suzuki for a strike. So now the count is 2-1. Now, excuse me, the count is 3-1. And Suzuki draws a walk. So this is the first time tonight that Garrett Cole has given up a leadoff walk. And now Victor Robbins is at the plate, who grounded out on his earlier at bat. Can he get a hit to advance the runner or get a home run to give the lead to the Nationals? Okay. Cole throws a pitch for a strike at the knees for strike one. Okay. Robbins tries to attempts a bunt, but it's foul, and he's down the count 0-2. Okay, Robbie gets a base hit. So now the first two runners are on. First and second, nobody out. Okay, what the Nationals are doing now, what they didn't do in the first few innings, are manufacturing hits. They're taking what Cole gives them. And now they're starting to take advantage of that. You know, you're not going to take anything from Cole. Cole's not going to give you anything. You have to take it from him because he's too good of a pitcher. So now Trey Turner is at the plate, ball in the dirt for ball one. The Nationals definitely have to capitalize here in this inning. Take that Houston crowd out of it. Okay, he fouls the ball away for strike one. So the count is even at 1-1. Okay, Cole throws another pitch for ball 2. The count is at 2-1. Okay, another ball in the dirt for 3-1. Okay, Turner lines out to Josh Reddick for out number 1, but Kurt Suzuki goes to third. So that was a good sacrifice fly. And now it's up to Adam Eaton, who's 1 for 2. He had a base hit in his last at bat. So can he bring can he bring Suzuki home so the Nationals could get the lead? Okay, first pitch called strike, so he's down the count 0-1. Even if he could just get a good sacrifice fly, that would be good. That would definitely go a long way for the Nationals. Okay, Adam Eden singles to singles on a live drive to right. And now Suzuki goes home, and now the Nationals lead 3-2. So they have fought all the way back to take the lead here in this game. And it seems like the momentum is shifting towards them after the Astros had plenty momentum to start off the game. And now it's back to the top of their lineup with Anthony Rendon. He struck out twice. He struck out on his first 2 at bats. So let's see if he can get some redemption here. Anthony Rendon grounds out to a force out at first base. No, excuse me. Grounds out to Alex Bregman. So Robies goes to third, but Rendon, has a base hit, but excuse me. Eden is out at second. Rendon safe at first. Eden is out at second. And just making sure I got this correctly. And Robies is now, and Robies is on his way to third. So now it's up to Juan Soto with runners at the corners. 2 on, 2 out. The Nationals lead 3-2. Okay, first pitch for ball 1. Juan Soto hit the home run to tie the game. Now he's trying to get another hit to extend the lead for the Astros. The Nationals. My mistake. He is trying to add on to the Nationals lead here in the top of the 5th inning. And I know that crowd at Minute Maid Park in Houston is stunned right now. And they are quiet and frustrated. Okay, Cole throws another pitch for a ball, so now it's 2 balls, 0 strikes. Soto is ahead in the count, 2-0. Wow, another pitch for ball 3. So he's ahead 3-0. Wow. After the first few innings, Garrett Cole looked lights out, but now in this 5th inning, he's just became erratic. Okay, let's see what happens here on this next pitch. Okay, throws a strike at the knees to Soto. But if Cole gives up any hits or any more runs or draws another walk with the bases loaded, do you go to your bullpen or do you stick with them? That's the tough question for AJ Hitch. Do you stick with him or do you go to the bullpen if he gives up, say, a 3-run homer or two big two RBIs here? Okay, so Pseudo doubles to center field, and 2 runs scored, and the Nationals have extended their lead to 5-2. Wow, man, they have come all the way back. Wow, Juan Soto with a 2-out double, and the Nationals have just stormed back from being down 2-0. Okay, so now the Astros visit, the Astros pitching coach visits the mound to talk to AJ Cole, and looks like they're probably going to pull him with Howie Kendrick at the plate. Wow, goes to show you how momentum can change in baseball real quick. Because it looked like the Astros, after scoring those first 2 runs, it looks like that they were just going to be home free, walk away with this game. But the Nationals have just kept on kept on plugging away, plugging away, plugging away. Ryan Zimmerman hits the home run to get him on the board. Then Juan Soto hits the game time home run. Now the Nationals come back, with a few base hit, with a base hit to take the lead. Now Soto again, comes back with a double to extend the lead. Okay, so Garrett Cole is going to stay on the mound for Howie Kendrick. Okay, Kendrick hit a foul ball, and there was a ball in the dirt, so the count is even at 1-1. Runner at second with 2 out, top of the 5th inning. The Nationals have stormed back to take a 5-2 lead if you're just joining me. Okay, Kendrick sharply lines out to Jose Correa to end the top of the 5th inning, but the Nationals scored 3 straight runs and now they lead it 5-2 heading into the bottom of the fifth inning. Wow. That's why they call it the Fall Classic, because every fall, new memories can be made in October. Man, the Astros, they started off hot. They got out to that hot start, but then, Scherzer, he was a little bit nervous starting out, had some jitters, but he settled down. Yeah, he gave up a few hits and a few walks, but he worked his way out of them to keep it close, to keep it tied, to give it back to his offense. And right now, his offense has delivered and paid him back. He comes back on the mound with a 3-run lead, but definitely, definitely got to shut down these Astro hitters, because the top part as well as the middle is coming to bat in Brantley, Alex Bregman, and Gurriel. Yuri Yuri Gurriel. Yeah, I said it correctly. So Scherzer has to get through these three hitters to keep this 3-run lead. So that's depth. So that's not going to be an easy task for Scherzer. Sweating under the lights, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me. So this bottom of the fifth is going to be pretty interesting. How will the Astros respond? Okay, y'all excuse me right quick. Okay, Max Scherzer is back on the mound. Brantley's at the plate to start the bottom of the fifth inning, and he lines out the center field for the first out. Okay, so now Alex Bregman comes to the plate. Okay, he gets caught. Okay, Scherzer throws a pitch and it's called for a strike. He's down to count 0-1. I'm about to get some more golden Oreo thins. If y'all ain't had these, y'all definitely need to go to your local grocery store and buy these. These are good. Okay. Scherzer throws a ball to Bregman. The count's even at 1-1. Throws another ball in the count, and Bregman's ahead in the count 2-1. Okay, Scherzer throws at the knees and is called for a strike, so the count is even at 2-2. Okay, Scherzer throws a ball, so now Bregman's ahead in the count 3-2. Bregman grounds out for out number 2. So now Yuri Gurriel comes to the plate with 2 out, nobody on. Gurriel fouls it back for strike 1. Okay, Scherzer throws a ball, so the count is even at 1-1. Okay, Scherzer throws another ball, so now Gurriel's up in the count 2-1. Gurriel fouls it back for strike 2, so the count is even at 2-2. Gurriel fouls it back again to keep the count even at 2-2. And Gurriel strikes out swinging, and the Astros 1-2-3 for the first time tonight. Heading to the top of the 6th inning, the Nationals lead 5-2. Oh yeah, the momentum has definitely swung the Nationals' way. Has definitely swung the Nationals' way. And also the Astros, they have nobody but themselves to blame because they've had at least 2 men on, and they didn't capitalize on, especially when they had the 2-0 lead, you know. the bottom half, the bottom half of the Astros lineup is the reason why that they're down in this game. Those guys couldn't get key hits, or you know, or only a few could draw any walks, but they couldn't get any hits. Also, they couldn't score any runs, as well as some of the members in the middle of the lineup as well. But on the flip side for the Nationals, Zimmerman and Sudo have done their thing, but it's really been the bottom half for the lineup that's got them this lead right now. So far in this game, it just comes down to, the bottom half of the lineups, and the Nationals have won the battle so far in this game. They have definitely won the battle in this game single-handedly. So, the bottom half of the Astros lineup has to step up, or they're going to find themselves down 1-0 heading into game 2 tomorrow night. And going to have to rely on Justin Verlander to, bring them home, to tie this series at one game apiece before heading to, to DC for the weekend. Because if you're the Astros, you definitely don't want to go to DC, down 2-0, because they'll have the home field advantage. Okay, Garrett Cole's back on the mound as Asdrubal Cabrera's up to bat to start this 6th inning. Okay. Cabrera was called for a ball and a strike, so the count is even at 1-1. He fouls it back, so now the count is 1-2. Okay. Cole throws a ball, so now the count is 2-2. Okay, Cabrera fouls it back, but no one can make a play on it. And now Asdrubal Cabrera gets a base hit to start off the 6th inning with nobody out, and now Ryan Zimmerman comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a solo home run to start off the 2nd inning. He's the one that got the Nationals on the board. And now they want to add, and you're the Nationals, you definitely want to try to add on to this lead as much as you can. Wow. Zimmerman and Cabrera ground into a double play, so now there are 2 out. And Kurt Suzuki comes to the plate. He's the man that, got it all started in the 5th inning as he drew the walk and, you know, was one of the 3 runs that scored. That was a big double play for the Astros. Cole throws a pitch and it's called a strike. So the count is 0-1. And Suzuki pops out to Jose Altuve to end the inning. Okay, head to the bottom of the 6th with the Nationals leading 5-2. So the Nationals almost go in 1-2-3 fashion in the top of the 6th inning, with the exception of the Asdrubal Cabrera base hit. But that double play was huge for the Astros because, you know, the Nationals were looking to add on to their lead. And, you know, if Zimmerman, you know, is safe at the plate, who knows what could have. That could have definitely kept the momentum going for the Nationals. But now we got the middle and the bottom of the order coming up for the Astros here in the bottom of the 6th. If they want to get back in this game, they're going to have to step up. It just can't be top heavy. Okay, the Nationals are going to make a pitching change, so they're about to bring in Patrick Corbin to start the bottom of this 6th inning. Wow, one of their starters. And Patrick Corbin, he's a pretty solid pitcher. They're going to bring him in to face Carlos Correa to start off the bottom of the 6th. That's interesting. But Max Scherzer, he pitched a pretty solid game. He did. He pitched a pretty solid game. You know, he gave up 2 runs, and he also gave up a few walks, but he did not let that rattle him. He stayed the course, you know. He managed to get 2 big outs every time, you know, he got into some trouble. So Max Scherzer definitely did a pretty good job pitching in this game tonight. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, Patrick Corbin replaces Max Scherzer. Okay. Corbin throws 2 balls and 1 strike, so the count is, well, he's throwing 2 balls and 2 strikes, so the count is even at 2-2 to start off the bottom of the 6th inning. So now Corbin, all he has to do is just manage this inning. I don't know how long he's going to pitch, but all he has to do is manage and protect the lead. You definitely don't want to give these Astro hitters any life or any confidence. So he definitely has to get 3 quick outs here in this inning. Okay, throws another ball, so the count is at 3-2. Definitely don't want to walk Carlos Correa to start this inning. Okay, Carlos Correa strikes out swinging, and there's 1 out. Now, Jordan Alvarez is up at the plate. He's 1 for 1. He has a base hit, and he has a walk. Okay, Corbin's first pitch is a ball, and the count is 1-0. Throws another pitch for a ball, so now the count is 2-0. Definitely don't want to draw another walk on Alvarez. Okay, throws a pitch for a strike. It's a foul ball that's non-playable, so the count stays at 2-1. Okay, Alvarez gets a base hit, his second hit of the game. So there's 1 on with 1 out. So Maldonado comes to the plate. He's over 2. So see if Corbin can either strike Maldonado out here at the plate or see if he can have him grounded to a double play. First pitch ball for ball 1. Okay. Maldonado fouls it back for strike 1. Well, for a strike. So the count is at 1-1. Corbin throws another pitch, and it's a ball. So now the count is 2-1. Swings and misses for strike 2. So the count is even at 2-2. Okay, fouls it back to stay alive at 2-2. Fouls it back again. So Maldonado stays alive at 2-2. Okay. Corbin throws the ball, so now the count. So the count is full at 3-2. Okay, Corbin got Maldonado to swing and miss for strike 3. So there are 2 out in the inning. Josh Reddick is coming to the plate. Okay, there's a pitcher coming in for the Astros. Aldamis Diaz. He's pitch hitting for Josh Reddick. With 1 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings and misses for strike 1. Fouls the ball for strike 2. Diaz is down in the count early 0 with down in the count at 0-2. Okay, Diaz grounds out to end the inning. So the leadoff walk does no damage as we head to the 7th with the Nationals leading 5-2. And the bottom half of their lineup is coming up, and they're the ones that have done the most damage to give the Nationals this lead. You know, Robbie's, Turner, and Eden, they're all coming up in this starting off in the 7th inning as they try to add on. So Corbin came in and did a pretty solid job. You know, although giving up the leadoff walk, he regrouped and got some big outs to shut off any kind of threat that the Nationals were coming with. You know, if y'all here in the live stream, watching me in the live stream, leave your comments here in the chat. Let me know what you think about this game so far. And also, who do you predict to win this World Series? Okay, Garrett Cole is coming out to pitch the seventh inning. Victor Robbins is on the mound. He's 1 for 2. He scored the go-ahead run in the fifth inning to, to start the 3-run rally for the Nationals. As they sit here leading the Astros 5-2 in the top of the seventh inning. Okay, Garrett throws 2 straight pitches for strikes. So Robbie is down in the count 0-2. Okay, Cole throws a pitch for a ball. So the count is 1-2. All right, Robbie struck out, so 1 away. Now Trey Turner, the shortstop, is on deck. He's also 1 for 2. He's one of the 3 runs that scored in the fifth inning. Okay, Cole throws a pitch in there for ball 1. Cole throws in another pitch for ball 2. So now Turner's up in the count 2-0. Wow, Cole has thrown 3 straight pitches for balls. So now the count is up 3-0. Okay, he throws a strike in there, throws a strike, and the count's at 3-1. Okay, Turner fouls it back. So now the count is full at 3-2. Turner fouls it back again to stay alive at 3-2. No, my mistake. He didn't foul it back to stay alive. My mistake. Okay, Cole strikes out Turner, and there are 2 down here in the 7th. Turner strikes out swinging. So now Adam Eaton is up at the plate. Cole throws the first pitch and is in there for a strike. Okay. Eaton pops it up. It's playable, and Michael Brantley makes the catch. So the Nationals go 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the seventh. The score is Nationals 5, Astros 2. And now the top of the lineup is coming back here in the bottom of the seventh. And George Springer, Jose Altuve, and Michael Brantley. So who's ever the pitcher here for the Nationals is definitely gonna have to bring their A game to shut down this lineup because they are very smart and very patient hitters. You know, they are not going to beat themselves at the plate. You definitely going to have to shut them down by either striking them out or having them pop up. Because all it takes is for one of them to get on base. To either have their confidence up and to get the crowd back into it. So you definitely don't want to get that crowd back into this game if you're the Nationals. They've been quiet since that fifth inning. Keep them that way. Definitely want to keep them that way. Just checking my messages. See if anyone had called or text me. Okay, now Tanner Rainey has come on to pitch in the eighth inning for the Nationals as he faces George Springer, Jose Altuve, and Michael Brantley. Excuse me, in the bottom of the seventh inning. My mistake. Okay, Rainey had forces Springer to swing for strike one. Forces to swing and miss for strike one, excuse me. Okay, throws a pitch for a ball, so now the count is 1-1. Okay, Rainey throws another pitch in for a ball, so now the count is 2-1. Like I said, Rainey is definitely gonna have to get strikes on hitters like Springer, Brantley, Altuve. And Springer just hit a home run, so now it's a two-score game. It's now 5-3 Nationals. And now Jose Altuve is at the plate. He's 1 for 3. You definitely don't want to squander all the momentum that you've built up if you're the Nationals. Okay. Rainey throws a pitch to Altuve for a strike. The count is 0-1. And now you've gotten the crowd back into it at Minute Maid Park after you kept them quiet for the last few innings. Okay. Rainey throws another strike. So the count is 0-2 on Altuve. Okay, Rainey gets Altuve to strike out swinging. So now there's one out, and Michael Brantley comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a base hit. Excuse me for a second. Hey, sorry about that. And Rainey has thrown 3 straight balls to Michael Brantley. So he's up in the count 3-0. And Brantley draws a walk on 4 straight pitches. So there's one on with one out, with Alex Bregman coming to the plate. And there's a visit to the mound. Okay, Rainey throws a pitch to Bregman. That's a ball for ball one. He throws another pitch to Bregman for ball two. Wow, Rainey throws another ball to Bregman, and now Bregman's ahead in the count 3-0. Two straight hitters that he's throwing three straight ball. He's throwing three straight pitches, and all of them have turned up balls. Now he throws a strike, so the count is 3-1. Okay, he throws another pitch for a strike, so now the count is full at 3-2. Tanner Rainey is trying to get out of trouble after he gave up the leadoff home run. After he gave up the leadoff homer to George Springer, he's trying to keep it a two-score game. Bregman fouls it back to stay alive at 3-2. Wow. Ball four, so Rainey has given up two walks and a home run in this inning. So they are 2 on with run out, and Yuli Gurriel represents the go-ahead run at the plate. And there's another visit to the mound. If I were the Astros, I mean not the Astros. Why I keep saying Astros? If I were Dave Martinez, the Nationals manager, I would pull Tanner Rainey. I would pull him right now. Okay, now there's a pitching change, and now the Nationals have brought in their closer, Daniel Hudson, for Yuri Gurriel. But Rainey is responsible for the 2 men on that he walked in Brantley and Alex Bregman. So there are 2 on with 1 out and Yuri Gurriel at the plate. Here in the bottom of the 7th. As the Astros are trying to take back momentum in this game. Okay, Gurriel fouls it back for strike 1. Okay, Hudson throws a pitch for a ball, so now the count is 1-1. Gurriel fouls it back again for strike 2. As Carlos Correa awaits on deck. Okay, Gurriel pops out to the second baseman as Drupal Cabrera for out number 2. And now Carlos Correa is at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Now there are 2 on, 2 out. The Nationals are clinging to a 2-run lead as Carlos Correa singles to left with the bases loaded. And now Yordan Alvarez, who's 2 for 2 with 2 hits, is trying to draw the Astros closer to 1 or trying to give the Astros the lead with a grand slam. So can Daniel Hudson get out of a jam here? We're about to find out. Okay, first pitch for Hudson is a strike. The count is 0-1 for Alvarez. Alvarez fouls it back, and now he's down the count 0-2 with the bases loaded and 2 out. And Hudson gets a big strikeout on Alvarez to end the 7th inning. He gets out of a bases loaded jam, but Springer hits the home run to draw the Astros within 2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. But Tanner Rainey was definitely horrible in that bottom of the 7th inning as he gave up 2 walks and a home run. So now it's going to be up to the Nationals to give themselves some leeway here in this top of the 8th inning, as they got that top of the lineup coming up in Anthony Rendon, Juan Soto, and Howie Hendrick. Excuse me. Okay, the Astros are making a pitching change, and they're bringing in Will Harris. So Garrett Cole's night is done. Okay, Will Harris has thrown 2 straight pitches to Rendon for balls. So Rendon's ahead in the count 2-0. Both have missed wide left. Rendon swings and misses for strike 1. Harris throws another ball, so now the count is 3-1. Okay, Rendon pops out for the first out of the game. Here comes Juan Soto. He's 2 for 3 tonight with a home run and a double. Okay, Harris throws it in for a strike right at the knees. Soto fouls it back, and now he's down to the count 0-2. Okay, Juan Soto gets a base hit. So it's 1 on, 1 out as Howie Kendrick comes up to the plate. They strike on the inside corner for strike 1. Harris throws a ball for ball 1. Kendrick fouls it back, so now he's down the count 1-2. Okay, a pickoff attempt at first base on Soto. Okay, out. So now there are two down in the inning. As Asdrubal Cabrera comes up to the plate, he's 1 for 3 with a single. Another pickoff attempt at first base. Okay, strike one as the ball was thrown at Cabrera's knees. Okay, as Struble fouls it back, the count is 0-2. Okay, Cabrera fouls it back to stay alive at 0-2. Okay, ball in the dirt. So now the count is 1-2. Okay, Pseudo steals a base. And now the count on Cabrera is even at 2-2. So now there's a runner in scoring position with 2 down. And Cabrera strikes out to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Washington 5, Houston 3. As the bottom of the Astros lineup comes up to bat in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hey, sorry about that, y'all. I had to use the bathroom. So Hutch is back on the mound in the bottom of the eighth as he gives up a leadoff double, and Diaz flies out for the first out of the game. And Kyle Tucker singles on a line drive. Singles on a live drive, excuse me. Tucker advances to second on the line on the flyouts. Okay, so now George Springer is back at the plate. He just hit a home run in the previous inning, and now is trying to tie the game. Hudson throws a ball to him, so now he's up in the count 1-0. So now it's back to the top of the Astros lineup. Springer fouls it back, so now the count is even at 1-1. Okay, Hudson throws a pitch, is in there for a ball, so the count is at 2-1. And Springer hits a double, and Tucker scores, so now it's a 1-run game. With Jose Altuve coming to the plate. Springer is the single reason why the Astros have been close in contact with the Nationals. He's the main reason why they've stayed in this game. So now Jose Altuve comes to the plate. He fouls it back for a strike. Hudson throws a pitch in there. There's a ball. Way outside. So the count is 1-1. Okay, Altuve swings and misses for strike two. So now he's down the count 1-2. He fouls it back to stay alive at 1-2. Jose Altuve lines out to Eaton. So there are two down with Springer at second. And now Michael Brantley comes to the plate. And there's a mound visit. Well, visit to the mound by the pitching coach. So this is a big important out here for Daniel Hudson to keep this a one-run game. Okay, and there's a pitching change. So now the Nationals are bringing in Sean Doolittle. Now Sean Doolittle, he's been pretty good this season. I mean, he had an injury that sidelined him, you know, before they traded for Hudson, he was real good. So now he's here in game one of the World Series, trying to get a big out to keep the one-run lead for his team. So far, the Nationals have scored 5 runs on 9 hits, while the Astros have scored 4 runs on 10 hits. No errors by either team. Okay, once again, there's a pitching change by the Nationals. They're sending in Sean Doolittle to pitch against Michael Brantley. Okay, Brantley's down on strikes. He's down to count 0-2. Brantley fouls it back to stay alive at 0-2. Okay, Brantley lines out to Juan Soto to end the inning. But George Springer, once again, he has single-handedly kept the Astros in this game, and he came up big in the eighth inning with a big double. So now the lead is 5-4 Nationals. It's a one-score game, and the Nationals, you know, top and middle guys are coming up to bat in this ninth inning. So they definitely want to put some extra runs on the board to distance themselves. To distance themselves between, put distance between them and the Nationals. So in the bottom of the ninth, you don't have to worry about that lineup. So yeah, gotta give George Springer his credit. He has single-handedly kept this team in the game tonight. He has single-handedly kept this team in this game, and he's put this team on his back. So this may be an interesting bottom of the ninth. Okay, Ryan Zimmerman is at the plate to start the ninth. Will Harris is still on the mound. Excuse me. Hello? Okay, give me a minute. Okay, sorry, y'all. My apologies, good people. I gotta step away for a second. Okay, so the Nationals go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the ninth. We go to the bottom of the ninth, and it's going to be very interesting to see if the Nationals can hold on or can the Astros come back. We're going to see. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. My apologies for the interruptions. Here we go, bottom of the ninth. Sean Doolittle stays on the mound, and he's facing Alex Bregman, who's 0 for 3. Can the Nationals hang on? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me out there? Okay, Bregman takes outside for ball 1. Okay, Bregman takes a pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Okay, another pitch is thrown wide right for a strike. Okay, another pitch is thrown in there for a ball, so Bregman leads the count 2-1. Doolittle throws it in there for a strike at the knee, so now the count is even at 2-2. And now, excuse me, Doolittle strikes out Bregman, forces him to strike out swinging. So now there's one out in the bottom of the ninth. Yuri Gurriel, who's 2 for 4 tonight, with a double and a hit. He hit the double that scored the first 2 runs of the game. And now is going to try to get on base here in the bottom of the ninth to keep the game alive for the Astros. Doolittle throws a pitch in there for a ball, so the count is 1-0. Okay, Doolittle throws another pitch in there for a ball. So now the count is 2-0. Okay, Gurriel flies out to Victor Roby. So now there are 2 quick outs in the inning. And the Nationals are 1 out away from taking a 1-0 lead in this World Series. Now Carlos Correa is at the plate. Hey, Carlos Correa is 1 for 4 with a base hit. Okay, Carlos Correa quickly lines out to Victor Roby's ball game. And the Nationals hang on to win game 1 of the World Series 5-4 as they take a 1-0 lead in this best of 7 series. Now, Garrett Cole started out pretty good for the first 4 or 5 innings, the first 4 innings, first 3.5 innings, but then around the 4th inning, he started to get rattled a little bit as he gave up that home run, as he gave up the game time home run to Juan Soto. And then he really got rattled in the 5th inning, when he gave up those 3 straight hits. After that, Cole was never the same after that. Now, as for Max Scherzer, he started off a little, a little off kilter. He gave up some hits. He gave up a few walks, but he never got rattled. He stayed the course. He came back with big stuff, some big pitches, some big strikeouts, as well as some big pop-ups as well. And this is the first time in the postseason that the Nationals had to play from behind ever since Game 5 against the Dodgers in the NLDS. But they found a way to come back, from being down to take the lead and never relinquishing it. The Astros, they made a gallant effort in coming back, but it was too little too late. I mean, got to give George Springer his props because he single-handedly kept the Astros in this game tonight. If it wasn't for him, then that 5-2, then it would have been a 5-2 final, or, the Nationals could have added on more. But what was key in this victory were the bottom half of the lineups. The Nationals lineup stepped up while the Astros bottom of the lineup didn't. None of those guys stepped up. I mean, a couple got some hits and drew a walk here and there, but They never really stepped up to score any runs or get any, major hits. And I said it earlier, the team that, whose bottom half of the lineup can step up in this series is going to win. And tonight, the Nationals' bottom half of the lineup stepped up pretty big, getting some key hits, also scoring a couple of runs, while the Astros' bottom half of the lineup was non-existent pretty much. It was pretty much the main guys for the Astros that were, coming through. They were the ones that were coming up big in this game. And George Springer almost single-handedly, brought this team back from that deficit and almost won the game. He definitely tried his best to carry this team on his back tonight. But so the adjustments that the Astros have to make for game 2, the bottom half of the lineup is going to have to step up. It just can't be, the top guys like Springer, Altuve, Brantley, Gurriel, because if you're relying on just them and nobody from the bottom half of your lineup steps up, then that's a recipe for a disaster. And 9 times out of 10, that's a recipe for a quick World Series. You're you're the Nationals. You definitely can't get too happy with this win. You enjoy the win, you enjoy what you did tonight, but you got to come back tomorrow and do it again, because tomorrow night you're going to have Justin Verlander on the mound, and he's been pretty good in the postseason the last couple of years. Matter of fact, he's 14-8 his postseason career. Also, Howie Kendrick definitely has to show up here in this series. It worked tonight because the bottom half of the lineup stepped up, but I definitely want to see a Howie Kendrick sighting, in game 2. But, the Astros, they definitely got to keep doing what they're doing. They got to manufacture runs. They can't always go for the home run ball all the time. You got to take what the Astros starting pitching gives you. Just got to find a way to manufacture ways to get on base, whether it's the single, double, whatever. Only go for the home run ball when necessary. Also, if you want to, you can donate to the channel via PayPal or Cash App. I put the Cash App tag and the PayPal link here in the chat. So if you want to do that, you can. I've gotten some donations in the past, and I greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate your donation to help me to keep this channel going so I can create more quality content for y'all. I definitely want to do some things beyond, just beyond being in the studio all the time. I want to go out more, cover more things. So your donations would greatly help towards that. But, got to give props to the Nationals. They fought. They came back, they came back from that deficit and took this game over and won. So definitely can't wait to see what happens game 2 tomorrow night. I will be here live streaming, so y'all can come join me then. It'll be starting at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you definitely want to come in for that. Y'all, we can definitely talk about game 2 here in the chat. So I hope y'all join me tomorrow night for that, because I will be live streaming throughout the World Series, each game until a World Series champion is crowned for 2019. So anyways, I got to get out of here, y'all. Thanks for joining me. If this was your first time to the channel, to this live stream. Don't make it your last. Subscribe to the channel now. That way you won't miss any new videos or upcoming live streams from me. Till tomorrow night. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. QC out.